Hi everyone, Tony from Hack the Movies here, and today we're talking about Kenneth Branagh's Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, but not the film. If you're new here, I do have a podcast where we talk about movies new and old, and one of our more popular episodes is the Mary Shelley Frankenstein from 1994, starring Kenneth Branagh, Helena Bonham Carter, and Robert De Niro.
And then I guess the monster, 'cause, he's upset. He's like, I guess I should finally start leafing through this fucking journal.
Oh, yeah.
So
Sets the goddamn house on
So as I
fire.
said,
Oh my god, that shot is insane.
Yeah.
this is
great.
the best scene in the movie because it was restrained
Yeah.
and calm.
It took its time.
But De Niro is not immune to overacting.
Sure.
I will have my revenge. Frankenstein!
TM! As the fucking house is on fire behind him.
No, we are not talking about the film itself. We are talking about the Sega CD game adaptation. Now, if you don't know, Frankenstein was a spiritual successor to Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula. Now, I have already gone back and reviewed the Sega CD version of Bram Stoker's Dracula, so I thought it would be fun to check out the Sega CD version for this movie. These games were actually packaged together at some point down the line, which is pretty fitting because the movies often get packaged together. So we're going to take a look at this game, and we're going to figure out if Mary Shelley's Frankenstein for the Sega CD is just like the movie. Now, unlike Bram Stoker's Dracula, I did not own this game growing up, and I still don't own it. So once again, I'm using footage from World of Long Plays. Please subscribe to them. This game is brought to us by the same people who did the Dracula game. So the game starts off with a digital recreation of Victor's apartment, which is spot on. The case that holds the creature and the big bag of eels is also lifted right from the movie. What's not like the movie is this god-awful music. I don't remember the eels escaping during this scene. Also, where is Victor shirtless and screaming? So knowing the movie, I assume this takes place after Victor and the creature have their first interaction, but usually the creature just takes the jacket and takes off. He doesn't walk around the apartment without Victor and just point out things and read labels. He definitely doesn't read labels because at that point in the movie, he didn't even know what words were. He didn't know how to read or talk, but here he's just reading right off the bat. And then he fights a mutant. Now, Victor and his mentor did experiment on some animals beforehand, but not full-grown humans. Speaking of animals, in addition to the podcast episode where we reviewed this movie, I also went and reviewed the work print version of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, which features a bunch of deleted scenes, including the long missing zombie dog scene. So check out that video if you want to know what they cut out of the movie. I'm assuming this mutant is just a body Victor had lying around that he didn't use, and that eel that escaped earlier brought it back to life. I'm not entirely sure that's the case because this is something that did not happen in the movie. They're having a version of a conversation they're supposed to have way later in the movie. Victor acts like a total badass and then completely fails. The creature walks around town, and instead of being chased away, the townspeople either ignore him, call him names, or ask for favors. Favors like burning down a shopkeeper's home to distract him so you can steal chicken to distract a dog and free prisoners. That wasn't in the movie. Then we get to the part in the story where he travels to the woods. Instead of just getting to the family's house, the game decided there needed to be a subplot where he helps a nice old lady retrieve her necklace from outlaws. Then he fights some wolves. Okay, this is kinda like the movie, although he fought dogs, not wolves, and he did that in the part of the story that takes place in the Arctic. Close, I guess? I don't know. So it turns out they skip over the whole spying on the family and learning how to read and whatnot, and they just cut right to the creature saving the old blind man from the landlord. The rest of the family doesn't show up or chase him away. Hell, the blind man even gives him directions to Frankenstein's mansion. How does he know who Frankenstein is? I don't know. And instead of walking by foot through mountains, he just hitches a ride on a carriage. The guy is super casual about it, by the way. Anyway, he's in Geneva now, and he helps the local townspeople. I'm pretty sure the creature is supposed to kill William and confront Victor when he gets to Geneva. Instead, he's saving cats. 1, why is he smaller than everyone? And 2, why is no one afraid of him? Finally, he makes it to the mansion. Surely now he will kill William. Nope, he's talking to the help. We do see the big staircase from the movie, but it's noticeably shorter. The color is off too. I also don't remember the Frankensteins owning the Mona Lisa. Finally, young William Frankenstein. Now the creature will kill him. Never mind. So apparently you could only get to Frankenstein's lab through a secret entrance in Elizabeth's room. It's a weird place to put it. The creature says people hate him and the way he looks, but literally everyone has been nice to him, including all the people who are currently working in the mansion right now. They have a conversation that they're supposed to have in a cave later in the movie, after William dies. They're really messing with the chronology here. He asks for the mate that he could travel north with. Victor sends him back to Ingolstadt to get materials he needs and a corpse. The creature then finds Victor's diary, which he was supposed to have the entire time. That's how he figured out who Victor was when he learned to read and where he could find him. Instead, he just asked for directions and hitched a ride. Then you murder a stall owner over some twine and some poor jerk who works in a sewer. Kinda mean. He returns to Victor, who refuses to make the mate. Obviously, now the creature will wait till Victor's wedding and kill Elizabeth, just like the movie. Oh wait, Elizabeth is already here. Wait, what? They fight? In the film, he just surprises her and punches her heart out. They do not have a Mortal Kombat style fight like this in the film. So anyway, the creature kills her. Then, like the film, Victor brings her back. Obviously, she's gonna be horrified and kill herself like the movie. Wait, she actually leaves with the creature? And they get on a ship together and murder some sailors? What? Okay, well, in the film, Victor and the creature don't really get a final confrontation. Victor eventually dies due to the extreme cold he was exposed to, and the creature mourns him and chooses to die with him. Here they fight on a boat. And then the creature kills him. And then him and the bride burn the ship and then take off into the North Pole to live together forever. What? This is bizarre. Okay, this one's pretty easy. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein for the Sega CD is not like the movie. Sure, the characters look kind of how they're supposed to look, and sure, some of the backgrounds and locations mimic the ones from the film. But this almost feels like it was a completely different game that they reworked into a Frankenstein adaptation. He is constantly going around townspeople's places and doing favors and little side quests for them. Everyone who saw him in the film wanted to kill him. That's why it's weird when he says it in this game, because that's not the case. Yeah, this one is bizarre. It's not a good adaptation. This is not how you want to experience Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. The way you do want to experience it is by watching my episode, like I mentioned earlier. And in fact, because I mentioned we did Dracula and Frankenstein, recently I have combined them into one episode, one mega review. So you could sit and listen to me and my good friends from Movie Dumpster talk about Dracula and Frankenstein from the 90s. Also, please check out that work print video that I did for Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. As far as I could tell, some deleted scenes are on YouTube, but no one else on YouTube has like the definitive breakdown of all the scenes that are cut from that film. So yes, please check that out and go back and check out the Sega CD review for Dracula and all my other Just Like the Movie episodes where we review games, but only on how faithful they are to the films. Anyway, I am Tony from Act the Movies. Please like, share, subscribe. I think you will really like my podcast. And if you do become a mega fan, consider becoming a channel member or patron. Patreon's even better. You get more stuff over there. But yes, that is it from me. Goodbye.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other videos and Patreon page.